guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it is still technically December, but we are rolling into the new year and I want to roll into it with you guys. If you're new here, my name is Amanda. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. I started this channel it's kind of been all over the place. It's been a film review, and then it's also been BookTube, as well as just hobbies. So that's kind of mostly what we're going to talk about. It's not really a changing of pace. It's just more so I want to tell you guys, I've told you what I've done this year. So now I want to talk about my projects for 2026 because I have a lot in mind. I don't know how far I'm going to get into everything. So this year I watched 19 films. I've not watched any in December, but I do want to check out some of them, like Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has just released. And then my husband and I want to see Avatar on New Year's Day, so I will watch some December ones. I need to come up with a new format, I think, for my videos and like a schedule. So that way I really keep on top of it. And then BookTube wise, I joined BookTube back in April, and I like the goal of just reading one page a day. I got that from Life on Books podcast. And with that in mind, I have read 576 pages this year and a total of 6 books. And I'm going down to Stephen King lore. So I kind of want to talk about my goals for films next year, books, and then also I got into crocheting this year. So I want to show you some of the projects I've worked on, and then projects I have, one work in progress, a whip I have, as well as some of my future crochet plans as well, because I do want to broaden myself in crochet as well next year. So and if you guys can tell, I did start my grooming business at home, so that's what this setup is. It's the best lighting in here, but let's start with films. I'm going to be revamping my film area. Right now, I just don't like where it is. It's in the closet and it's not the best lighting. And you can see where I hang my clothes, stuff like that. Just not a fan of it. So I went and purchased posters of my favorite films from every year I've been on YouTube. Last year's favorite film, obviously I'm going to put this in a frame. Last year's favorite film was Terrifier 3. It's just the first one that's come in. I've ordered The Northman from 2022, and then A Haunting in Venice in 2023. 2024's was Terrifier 3. If you're interested, 2025, I'll go ahead and spoil it for you, is Bring Her Back. I am going to get a poster of that. But I'm going to frame these guys and actually make like a studio filming area with all the movies, my favorite movies throughout these years of being on YouTube. So I'm going to frame this obviously and put it up. So that's my first order of business. Movie-wise, I don't really know exactly what else is coming out. But in January, I do know I want to go see Primate. That looks interesting. It comes out January 9th. I'm not too big of a fan of villainizing animals, because if you've seen Cujo or read the book Cujo from Stephen King, I don't believe Cujo was in the wrong. He got bit. He had rabies, and the little boy even goes up to the dad and says, I think Cujo's hurt. We should take him to the vet. And they're like, yeah, he's fine. Animals are not bad. It's always the owners, in my opinion, because they're villainizing the primate in there. And this year we saw the monkey, so I'm excited to see that. It doesn't look the best, but it's a January horror film, so it's probably not going to be the best, but we did get good surprises with Mithrigan that one year, so Megan. That one year in January. So I'm hoping it's good. Not holding my breath though. And then also my husband and I want to go see 28 years later, The Blood Temple. Is that what it's called? Correct me if I'm wrong. Editing me, correct me, not people. Okay, I'll do my research afterward. But I want to see those 2 films. Those are the 2 films I do know I want to see next year. If Terrifier 4 comes out, bet your bottom dollar I'll be there opening night. I always see Terrifier on opening nights, like, you best believe. So if that's coming out, that's definitely highly anticipated. I don't know for sure what movies are coming out, but those are 3 I know of, or maybe 2.5 I know of that I want to see next year. Let's go on to crochet for right now, because I do have, let's show you my whip first. My whip is basically, if you don't like Taylor Swift, you don't have to watch this part. If you do, cool, and if you don't mind, cool. Basically, I love that dress, that crochet dress she wore. So I've been working on this for a few months. Like everything, it takes me forever because I have so many moving parts, so many projects I'm working on. But this is the front of the dress. It was the Taylor Swift dress she wore, I think, on a date with Travis Kelce. Yes, I know that about that relationship and everything. So I know your secret, your dirty little secret. I do, but whatever. I'm not about the relationship. I'm about the wardrobe and the crochet of it. This is the back. So I have the back panel, the front panel. Then I have the sleeve panel, one sleeve. And I had to frog half of this because I only did 2 rows of the coral. And I was like, And I know I did change some of the colors because I think this is supposed to be brown and I didn't like brown. So I did change some of the colors to my liking. So this is the 3rd panel. And then I am working on, currently, I was hoping to finish it tonight, but I was like, let's just upload and update what I'm working on right now. I just lost it. Where'd it go? Okay. Yeah. I'm working on the 4th and final panel before I put it all together and make my dress. I wanted this dress to be ready by Thanksgiving, didn't happen. Wanted to be ready by Christmas, didn't happen. Was hoping to have it ready by New Year's Eve, won't happen. By my birthday's February 19th. If this is not done by February 19th, I am frogging all of this and I will upload myself, updating you on if I do that. Because if this is not done in February, I'll be upset. So that's my one working project. I have a lot of ideas, but I don't want to be someone who has like so many works and projects, because I did that once when I was working on 2 projects. And when I went back, I couldn't remember the pattern. So I'm trying to work on one pattern at a time. The next project I have, these are ones I've worked in the past. I'm only showing you, and I never weave in my ends because this is just something that stays at home. No one sees it except for maybe some guests, but no one's sitting there going like, oh, you didn't weave in your edges, your ends. So this is, I'll insert a video of it, but we have a round table that my husband's grandma gifted us when we first moved in. And my daughter always spilt her milk, or it has glass on it. We don't want it to break. So I started making these 6-day star blankets, but not obviously for blankets, to put as basically table covers, protectors. So this is the one that's going to be going up for New Year's. And then I also made one for Thanksgiving. Cute. And then I made one for Christmas. This is the one we just had. It's kind of the smallest one. I don't know why it's so small. Again, those ends are just not weaved in. Sorry if that annoys anyone. So why I'm showing you this is because my next working project will be, I do want to make a Valentine's one where it's red and pink colors, but in the meantime, I'm really into Wicked right now. Wicked for Good, which came out on streaming today, December 30th. Need to go watch it. I've already watched it so many times in the theaters, but gonna go stream it. There we go, a Wicked table cover for that round table. I think it'd be super cute. Obviously, it's gonna take a lot more skeins than these, but I'm excited to make that one. And then again, I don't have the yarn for it now. Again, I'm trying not to be someone who's like buying all this yarn for future projects if I never get there. I'm a slow crocheter. I'm a slow reader. I'm not doing good at film reviews. The only thing I know for sure I'm good at and I'm fast at is dog grooming. And that's my career. So And I'm not posting that. I try to post a video of my dog grooming, like Girls with the Dogs does, and I can't stand the negative comments and like people's opinions on that, because that's my career. These are just hobbies. You think the ends not being woven in annoy you? Okay, cool. Don't care. But when it comes to my career, I take it very personally, and I am too weak to handle the negativity on that. Sticking with crochet, something I want to challenge myself with is working on crochet patterns, like granny stitches, and actually doing little patterns and mosaic type of art. This is Chili's bag I DoorDash Chili's, and this came in it, and I was like, that would be so cute to learn actual patterns. Whether I do these or not, these exact ones, it just is gonna kind of be a vision board for me to be like, try to master actual patterns, mosaic patterns this year. So that's just a goal for me. And if I dabble in amigurumi, it's gonna be to crochet a Pennywise doll. I saw it on Welcome to Dairy, a fan page, and someone crocheted a Pennywise doll. And I'm like, I have never cared to get into amigurumi until I saw him. And I'm like, it made me do it. I'm gonna learn. And now let's get into the BookTube part of it all the books. So starting with the book I'm in the middle of reading, I was gonna try to challenge myself to read one more book before the year ended. I'm proud as heck to have read 3,356 pages this year alone, starting in April, getting back into reading and going down the Stephen King lore. I think 3,000 pages suffices in wrapping up my year of getting back to reading. So even though I have started Skeleton Crew and I'm on the Mist right now, and so far I have read 110 pages in it, I'm about to finish the Mist before I go on to the other stories like the monkey and everything. This will be next year, so I will read this. This will be my first read of 2026. Super excited. And then I'm actually going to take a very small break from reading Stephen King. The next, actually, change all this up. I'm going to read Skeleton Crew, and then I'm going to reread Dr. Sleep, because I did just read The Shining. I did not want to get all the way downtown for Dr. Sleep during the holidays, during that mad rush. I tried to order it on Amazon. It would not get here before the new year. So that's why I started Skeleton Crew, and Dr. Sleep is still not here. It may get here by January 7th. So when I finish this book, I will read Dr. Sleep, which is the follow-up to The Shining. It will be a reread. I have read Dr. Sleep before. I have never watched the movie. I have never wanted to watch the movie. I love Dr. Sleep. I adored that book. I don't want the movie to ruin it, but I'm on this journey and I have to stick to it. So I will watch Dr. Sleep. If I can figure out how to do watch-alongs, we can maybe do a watch-along. That is something else I want to learn to do in 2026. And I got a couple of cute little books. Maybe they're not cute, they actually look scary, so they're actually scary books. But I'll talk about one and why I got it and why I got both of these books. But this, I thought, kind of goes with Pennywise and It and that whole genre I'm in right now, because I read It to watch It, Welcome to Derry, read The Shining this year, saw the show It, Welcome to Derry. Super obsessed with everything Pennywise right now. Kind of like anything, like when I was in Squid Game, everything was Squid Game to me. Everything is Pennywise right now to me and It. So I found a circus tent in the woods behind my house by Ben Farthing. I wanted to make sure I did not butcher his name. I hate my face. My face is so ugly. This just looks really good. I do not read what the books are about. I'm not gonna read it. I am just gonna read the book and then I'll go back. And I love annotating. I am so excited. I am going to go on Patreon and put all my annotations of my books from last year on those for super cheap, like $1, maybe $2. I don't even know what the starting price is on that, but I want to be more active on Patreon as well. And you can just see what my favorite quotes and everything are if you guys want to do that. But that's one book I do want to read. That's not Stephen King. And then this book, let's talk about this. The Trees Grew Because I Bled There by Eric LaRocca. This book I saw on Life on Books podcasts. This made their top listing of 2025. So I love the title, The Trees Grew Because I Bled There. That is something that angsty, emo, going to college, lonely person me would have came up with a title like this. I literally wrote a poem and read it to my class and made them all worry about me, called Let the Blood Bleed. So this sounds very much like what I would have written. I have no idea what it's about. I don't want to know what it's about. I just want to read it, and it looks really good. And so after I finish Skeleton Crew, I want to read these two books. Super excited. Kind of excited to just give Stephen King lore a small little break. But don't worry. We're going to Purvito and Altum and dive forth into the deep of Stephen King after these two. Because we are going to start the journey of the Dark Tower right after that small break. I have the Gunslinger. I only have the first 4, so definitely going to start the Dark Tower. I know some people start Stephen King with the publication version. I started it with it and then went to The Shining. But anyway, sidetrack. The Gunslinger. I did see the movie with Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba. I don't remember anything about it, so reading about it. But this is where like a lot of people start. Some people start publication form with how he published his books. But a lot of people say if you want to understand it, the entity of it, which I do because I did read it, and everything like that, Randall Flagg, all of that starts here. So the Gunslinger, I also have, that's a new copy. The next 3, which is 2, 3, 4, I got for only like very cheap. Same with Skeleton Crew. I got those only for like $3 maybe. Very cheap, used bookstore, and loved it. Oh, it's $8.45, not bad. The next one is The Drawing of 3. The third one is The Wastelands. And then the last one, I love how hefty this one is. It reminds me of it. The fourth one is Wizard and Glass. I've heard so many good things about this one. I've heard this one is a lot of people's favorite of the Dark Tower series. So I'm gonna get into that. The reason I wanted to get into, I looked at how to best read Stephen King is when I finished it. I was at Barnes & Noble's and I saw Insomnia by Stephen King. And I was very intrigued by this book. My husband actually has insomnia. I kind of, sort of did, but it's because of another disorder that I'm not going to really mention. That's all I'll say. But so I kind of had a spout of insomnia too, and I didn't want to leave Derry because this takes place in Derry. So I was like, I'm just going to read this. And when I looked it up, I can't remember who it was, but they were like, before you read Insomnia, you need to read the Dark Tower series. It will answer so much and make this a much better read. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the homework. And so I'm going to read the Dark Tower to get to Insomnia. Not that this follows it or anything, but this is the book I originally wanted to read right after it. So now I'm just on this big long journey. now I'm going to talk about books that I do hope to finish next year. Some of them I started this year and I DNF'd them. The first one is Never by Jessa Hastings. I learned about this book by Kendall Watson on BookTube, and it's a reanimation or a reimagining of Peter Pan, and it's so weird. I'll give you guys the like a little example of what I mean. Like, here's another page right here, and you have not only the little asterisk, but you have this little symbol down here as well. So you go to the symbol. Oh, right there. Okay. So right here. So you're reading, and it says, I spin around, and there he is, Jameson Hook, arms folded over his now shirt-clad chest. Oh, there's that little symbol. What does it mean? You go down here, bollocks. I don't know. It's so childish. It's just like, I didn't need a cheat code to know what you meant. What your little kid mind is like, oh, bollocks. Like, I don't know. It's just annoying in that book. But then I'm like kind of a hypocrite because, yeah, in Stephen King, he doesn't have, well, for one thing, he doesn't have like a dumb guide like, oh, here's an asterisk, here's a symbol, in case you don't know what that word means, this is what it means. Like, he doesn't do that, so that's probably one reason it doesn't annoy me. But he does kind of do like little talking to the audience, like, all right, that's just about it from this end. Can I thank a few people? You can skip this part if you want to. Okay, commercial's over. So he does kind of, at least in that part, kind of talks to the audience, like, as if, like, I don't know, like you're on a TV show, like, okay guys, this is my book, but if you don't want to hear about, like, and it's funny to me when he does it. But again, I thought about it, I think it's really just the dumb asterisks and symbols of Jessa Hastings. It's so distracting. I just want to read the book, but it's like, oh, can I propose? Asterisk, that means ask you a question. Like, duh, I'm not a child. I'm sorry, like, you're writing this in a childlike mind, but like, I'm not a child. I don't need a guided system like that. I don't know, it annoys me. Hopefully I'll get over it and actually finish it next year. And Never, how far am I on it? I am only on page 70. But yeah, those are the two that annoy me. And I'm buddy reading that with my sister. The next book I started but I want to finish is, you are struggling to focus on what I want you to struggle on, what I want you to focus on. The next one is Wicked. My sister and I started this. I think we only finished chapter 1. So we're really not that far. I think we finished that one too. Do I not have a bookmark? Yeah, I think we're on page 24. I think. I don't know. I can't even remember. I don't even remember what I read in it. But obviously I'm going to rewatch it and everything. But I do want to read it because I do not understand the world of Wicked. I know it's different from The Wizard of Oz. Again, another reimagined. Maybe I'm just not good at watching and reading. I'm good at watching, but I'm not good at reading reimagined. Because you think of Hook with Robin Williams. Don't cry, just go on. Keep moving. And Dustin Hoffman, that was a reimagined telling of Peter Pan, and I love that. I grew up with that version so much. I have no idea who Tiger Lily was because she's not in Hook. So when I watch Peter Pan, I'm like, who is Tiger Lily? I don't even know. So I do like reimaginings in shows, but when it comes to the books, I don't know, it's a struggle for me. I do want to read it and finish it though. Talked about those. The next book I want to finish that I started this year is Clown in a Cornfield. I did start it in October. I wanted it to be my scary read, but when Friendo the clown actually did some damage, I felt nothing. I did not feel scared. I did not feel tense. After reading so many Stephen King where the print looks like this, going to this, it was like, whoa, look how big that font is compared to it. I'm on page 141, chapter 10. And again, yeah, when Friendo did some damage, I was just like, okay, what is? And I know there's more of these books, like Clowns in the Cornfield and stuff like that, yeah. Oh, no, Clown in the Cornfield 2, Friendo Lives, and The Church of Friendo. I'm like, gosh, I can't even get through the first one. And I don't have a caring to get through it, but I'm gonna try to get through it through the new year. The last book that is a want to read this year, depending on if I find any other more books or anything like that, if I have nothing else left, I mean, that's after after the Dark Tower. I want to reread my absolute favorite book in the entire world. And I don't know if that makes me a weirdo or not. It's not Stephen King. It is his son, Joe Hill, Horns. And this is the film adaptation. Again, I read the book before the film, enjoyed the film, but I adore the book. The book is just chef's kiss. Again, after I do all this homework, this is literally like an enjoyment book. And kind of like crocheting, like I said, with it, I have to work on one book at a time, because kind of like crocheting, where it's like, if I do so many work in progress, I will forget the patterns of said projects. If I read too many books at one time, I'm gonna get them jumbled. Like, why is Pennywise running in Neverland in a cornfield? You know what I mean? I start like, these are especially these two, the Wicked and Never are already fanfic books, basically. They're fan versions of The Wizard of Oz and Peter Pan. So they're already fan fictions, and I'm making fan fictions of them in a cornfield and Pennywise jumping up and a monkey with symbol. Like, it just becomes too jumbled in my mind. I cannot focus that much. Again, I am a slow reader. I'm a slow crocheter. The only thing I'm good at, I know I'm good at, and I'm not fast as in like reckless when I groom. I just have my skill to a T. I do it my way. That's why I open up my own business, because I cannot groom the way a corporate or another business wants me to groom. I have to be left to my own devices, and I will get it done quicker than most groomers. So usually I always give dogs like at least a 2-hour frame. I get them done in an hour and a half at the absolute most, unless they need extra time. But that's one thing, like, I'm good at that. Everything else, I'm pretty effing slow. In August, I do actually want to start trying to read manga. My sister reads manga all the time. I have no idea what this is called. But it has a little dog, see? Cute. My sister gave this to me. She was selling her manga books at my booth that I had at Needful Things, and they went like hotcakes. People love manga. And in August is actually the month of reading manga. So this August, I was too much into all the Stephen King lore this year that I didn't get to it. But in August, I'm actually going to set aside time to read this book. No matter where I am, I will set aside time to read this. It'll be my first manga I've ever read, so if it'll either start a new drive in me or it'll do nothing. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Last hobby project. Oh, this one's gonna take forever. Okay, I used to diamond dot like crazy. I started diamond dotting 5, maybe 6 years ago, and I gave them away as gifts to family members. And my mom pulled me aside one day and she's like, I love your diamond paintings. They're so cute, but I'm running out of room. So I'm like, darn. So I started making them to put in my booth at Needful Things, and a couple of them sold, not that many, to be honest. But that was kind of like what my booth was going to be. It's called Shine Bright, and because diamonds like shine. And that's kind of what I wanted it to be, was primarily all diamond paintings. But I shut the booth down because months and stuff were going by faster than I could put them out. And I have a lot of Halloween ones. I have Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, and then obviously Pennywise, the dancing clown. This one I did do some live YouTube stuff, and we talked about it. Welcome to Derry. I love doing that, but it was taking me forever to get through it, so I did have to stop doing the lives and just knock this bad boy out. He's finished, he's completed. I have so many more left. I have Michael Myers. I only finished one Christmas one for my niece for her Christmas present. It wasn't the big project I wanted. I only did a quarter of that one. And it's supposed to be Santa Claus, and yeah, I haven't even started it. But I have some personal ones for me. One where I'm making a Labrador Retriever. I'll show you a picture of my Anatolian Shepherd attached here. But my Anatolian Shepherd, she has black ears, a black muzzle. So I'm making this Labrador Retriever, but personalizing it to have the attributes of my Anatolian Shepherd. I'm like, this will be my Christmas gift. Yeah, no, maybe it'll be my birthday gift. Unlike, what was the thing I wanted to make for February? I was like, if I don't get this finished by February, oh, the Taylor Swift dress. That's, if I don't get that done by February, I'm frogging the whole project. If I don't get the Anatolian done by February, I'm not gonna undo the project. I'm not gonna give up on the project. I'm just gonna make it my Christmas one next year. It's like, I don't diamond dot for myself. I don't find enjoyment in diamond dotting for myself. I enjoy the idea that someone out there is gonna enjoy it. So the next one, it's a pretty big one. I wonder if I could just unwrap him. Obviously not start him. He will take me a hot minute. These are all the diamonds. I used to have time to do diamond painting, and I used to diamond paint here, but now I groom here. So it's like really annoying to like have to deep clean this table, diamond paint, and then move all that project to groom the next day. So it's like, I just don't have the drive. And I have to get a new setup in my closet because I just am not enjoying it. But the next big one, look at him! Look how cool he is. Is he showing up? Art the Clown. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's so cool. So not only will I have this up in my, these I'm going to keep because little kid me was like, I knew the instant I saw the movie The Shining, I'm like, I am going to, when I get a house of my own, I am going to have a room dedicated to the horror classics, the horror, you know, all the guys that I love, freaking Michael, Freddy Krueger, Jason. But I'm keeping these. I could put them out for Halloween. I could get my booth back at Needful Things, not the exact same one, but a new booth, and put these out for Halloween. But I kind of don't want to anymore. I kind of don't care to have booths at Needful Things anymore. It's like Lil and Gaunt won't be there. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely. So that is my big goals for 2026. Kind of my plans, what I want to do, where I'm going with this channel. With crocheting, I'm not going to show myself over crocheting or reading. I know some YouTubers do that. They like show themselves reading and do the whole montage thing. It looks really cool, but I tried doing it and it was very boring to watch that footage back. I don't have the patience for it. So I'm also going to find a new editing system. Low-key, I'm kind of to the point I want to hire an editor. And that's so crazy because I'm always telling people if I wasn't a dog groomer, I wanted to be a film editor. I actually almost went to film school in New York to be a film editor, and now I loathe it. But it's literally the systems I use. It's all about, it's kind of like grooming. A groomer is only as good as their equipment. A film editor is only as good as their equipment, and my equipment sucks. Every single video I try to edit, something happens, and it's so frustrating. I want to rip my hair out. I'm filming this on December 30th. I don't know, at 10 o'clock at night. Who knows if it will even be posted before the 1st. We shall see. But I will see you guys next year. I'm so excited. I'm gonna actually post more. I'm gonna make myself do it. Videos may not be perfect. Don't know, editing may not be perfect. I just want to post more. I want to share it more with you guys and what your thoughts are. And I might do lives more a little bit. We can just talk about things such as shows like It, Welcome to Derry. If I can figure out how to do watch-alongs. Oh, that would have been crazy to have watched along. I can't watch it with my sister. We laughed too much during that show. But what are you guys excited to see the most? Do you like the BookTube stuff, the film reviews? Do you want to see crochet projects, updates, diamond paintings? Did you like the lives of those? Do you want to see sped up versions of my diamond paintings? Just let me know where you would like to see the channel go. What are you most excited for? And what are your goals in 2026? How would you like to see my channel grow? And just being here, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been a fun year, and I will see you guys next year. Thanks much. Bye.